We got young Ripper on the in the stream as well. Good
What's up?
to join us, man.
Hey.
Good to have you on.
What's up, man? I'm sorry I'm fucking late, man. Fucking Dallas traffic. What can you do?
No, well, you've got an empire to oversee, my friends, and you're doing really fucking well. Like, congratulations on the Rippaverse.
Hey, man, I'm still kind of just fucking going along for the ride, man. This has been insane, and I don't know what the hell's going on still. Like, I'm still kind of processing everything, trying to prepare myself. This shit has been insane, but obviously I appreciate you having me on, and obviously being on with fucking Maul and Gundam and Razor Fist. What's up, man? Man, this is it's a good time. Good time.
I've
No,
got some characters
absolutely.
to pitch you.
Okay.
No, it's great to have you on. And yeah, like, what are you at? Like $3 million now at this point?
Have we,
Like,
let me see. I don't know if we officially hit that. I just got back from Blaze, so let me.
Ripper gets any more money, he's gonna go missing.
Right.
he's like taking a one-way trip to Barbados. It's just like, see you later,
His
motherfuckers.
Twitter account is gonna be
We're
like,
9,000 away from it. 9,000 away from
His
Jesus
lady's gonna
Christ.
start talking about life insurance policies. Pretty soon they're gonna be zooming in on his photograph on fucking forensic files. It's gonna be a
No,
scene,
those
man.
people on Twitter are gonna get his ass.
Yeah,
Right.
knowing them fucking crazy motherfuckers, man.
We've got to get above the big three on this stream. We've got to make it happen.
Oh, that should be easy, man, for sure. Definitely.
But no, I think it's like fucking awesome that you've done this, and it's awesome the amount of support that you've had. Like, it shows the real appetite there is for this stuff. That's just entertainment, free of politics, free of pandering, free of all that garbage that you get in so much of modern entertainment, and just there about telling a good story. I think that I think it's great that this has happened.
I was on a stream the other day with Sagan was on it, and he was like dooming about how everything's terrible media-wise, and it's only going to get worse. And I was like, hey, man, when things get really bad, sometimes it inspires some people to rise up and get some good shit in there. And I wasn't specific, but all of chat just started spamming Ripper, just like, yeah, that's happening. It's like, yep.
No, I love the fact that people are enthusiastic about it, man. I took a huge fucking risk, man, doing this, and I figured that we would be successful. I fucking anticipate making $3 million in under 2 weeks? Fuck no, not even close. But it was just to be reassured that this industry is still thriving, or it can be, and people still want something out of it. When we talk about comic book stuff, even Cape comic book stuff, and it's like, people want it, and they just came out full support. All the other communities that have kind of band together to kind of get behind this, and the enthusiasm. I just love to see it, man. And so many folks on our little corner of the internet did some fantastic work covering. Razor Fist Media, like the fucking best video on this, talking about everything about becoming the culture and all of that. It's stuff that I've been kind of echoing for the last decade, and to finally be in a position to say, you know what, I'm just gonna fucking give it a shot. And for the audience to say, yeah, this is what we fucking want, man. I'm obviously blessed. I'm thankful to be in this position, man. But I'm also like I ain't buying a Lamborghini or anything with the $3 million. Like, I'm reinvesting the shit, man. There's a lot of stuff that we got to get. And I'm just excited, man. I'm fucking stoked.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. It always drives me nuts when I see, because you're always anytime anything is successful, you're immediately gonna have the me monkeys from the peanut gallery. Why this? Why blah blah blah? And I'm like, motherfucker, I'm excited about the fact that he's establishing a company. Like, if you don't like this comic, fucking not everyone likes Spider-Man, and that's one of the most commercially accepted fucking franchises there is. What about the fact that he's building a company now and he can spin off and do any fucking thing he wants? You know what I mean? Like, now I'm more excited about the other series that are going to be coming as a result of the success of this one. That's call that capitalism.
And that's what I wanted, right? Like, I told people, we talked about that in the trailer. I was like, look, man, I do think that there's we don't have to be pigeonholed to do a certain type of book, comic book. Like, it can be of whatever genre it can be, and I want to entertain all of that stuff, and to have that kind of flexibility or that freedom to be able to do that is awesome. You know what I mean? And also just the amount of people that obviously we've discovered. Even just, there's a lot of talent on our corner of the internet that is, some of them are kind of around the industry and they're in hiding, but there's also a lot of them that are just untapped kind of like just diamonds, man. And to see these people and like, you know, they've coming out the woodworks and showing me their portfolios. I'm like, golly, these are some insanely talented people that just want to do good work with someone that doesn't hate them. You know what I mean? And I'm like, that to me is what it's all about. I think we're going to enter into this like age of more of a creative kind of renaissance kind of situation here. And I think that's why so many people are aggravated. It's less about me. It's more about that this shit means that it can be done, obviously, in that capacity. And I'm not the last one. I'm not the first one. I ain't gonna be the last one to see those types of numbers in various pockets of like the entertainment industry, and that's what I'm fucking excited for.
The demand has always been there, and it's like it's not been getting satisfied for the past however many years. And like when you get someone who actually just comes out and says like, "This is what I'm going to give you," you know, give it a try. If you want it, then it's there for you, and you see the results. This is the great thing about it. Like you said, Razor Fist, people will be encouraged by this, the success of this. They can realize like, well, I can give that a go as well. Like I've got this thing that I want to do, and it is possible. It can be done, and that's what you want. Like it's that idea of creating your own culture. Okay, if the powers that be aren't going to give us the things that we want, fuck it, we'll just create it ourselves then, and we'll show you how it's done. That's the perfect example of, you know, meritocracy. The market is ultimately going to judge what's good and what's bad, and well, if this is good, great, it's going to succeed. That's as fair as it can possibly be.
Yeah.
Well, and
it
we always
used to
end
be the way the fucking industry at large worked until it became a giant boys club. Understand?
man,
like
they used
I
to-
talked about this in my video, but at the end of the day, guys, this is not about them thinking, you know, this is about him supporting white supremacy. It's about them supporting job supremacy. They want to keep their jobs. They have had this lovely little masturbatory coven of self-interest that they have kept shielded from outside influences. They haven't had to consider any talented voices outside of their little coastal sphere, right? Marvel and DC have their little ecosystem. I mean, a few years ago, Marvel and DC straight up released press releases. We are not accepting any unsolicited material from anyone ever. We are going to go out and find you. And part of that was wrapped up in the diversity, right? The auspices of diversity. We don't want any more white faces over here. Like this was literally what they said at the time. We're going to go out and find the disparate voices of various ethnic communities. And of course, their editorial rooms like Edgar Winter in a snowstorm. It's so fucking white. So, but this is literally what they did. And I think things like this are a byproduct of it. Not just that, but what Ethan Van Sciver did with Cyberfrog and a bunch of other fucking people in Comicsgate and beyond who have made stuff. Doug TenNapel, creator of Earthworm Jim, he's been doing this on his own for a while, and it's only gonna increase. It's only because all that stuff is doing well.
They could have kept Ripper busy by giving him good movies to watch, but now
lit the fire up under me, and here I am, man. And now they're fucking mad, man. I mean, seriously, man. I expect when you put your opinions out there, you're gonna get criticized. You're gonna get, definitely when you have more stronger ones, people are gonna say whatever they're gonna say. You just have to kind of anticipate that. But man, it's just insane the amount of I'm pretty good at gauging backlash per se, as far as a bunch of weirdos being irate and upset. There's nothing that compares to me simply saying, "Hey, I'm starting my own comic book company."
Right.
I was going to ask, like, how many white people have lectured you about how you're portraying the black cause?
I was going to tell you. I was like, how does it feel to have replaced Larry Elder as the black face of white supremacy?
Yeah, that is apparently my role, man. I've been lectured by so many of these like white leftists about, you know, all these other people telling me my intentions, and it went to show. First of all, I never assumed that they were being honest in the first place. But for example, like when we have like a black character and these fuckers act like they're so confused, like, oh, I thought everybody said that was woke. It's like, you idiot, you knew that was never the argument. Number one, that was just the argument you needed us to have in order for your nonsensical bullshit to be like valid. You know what I'm saying? So they're trying to wrap their minds. They're watching their arguments being diffused in real time, and they're trying to wrap their minds around how can the people that they claim were the worst people in the fucking world, comparing them to fucking genocidal fucking socialists. and saying that, well, okay, they're now going to rally behind this guy's project. They don't know how to process that. So that's why you see a bunch of flailing like from that dickhead over there at fucking a bleeding asshole, whatever his fucking name is.
Bleeding asshole.
The guy who built his entire career pointing out that Greg Land traces porn. Fucking piercing intellect, piercing insight over there, Rich Johnston. Thanks, buddy.
You'd think people that like make an entire life out of like cognitive dissonance and like having like two conflicting ideas in their head at one time would be able to handle this kind of thing, but they absolutely melt down about it. It's great to see.
The
I was
part that
watching-
got me in that article was where he claimed because your story is going to have its own moral core and values, that's the same as woke.
Yeah.
That this is, we're not going to have a message, but we're going to have a message. He's trying to pair this.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, what the fuck are you? Name me a story that has absolutely no kind of philosophy or anything. That's literally what he's basically the standard he's holding you to.
Yep. And that's that. Like, it's this whole play on like language that they attempt to do. Is like, oh, I'm going to define woke in this way. Like, if anybody that acknowledges injustices, I'm like, come on, man. Like, you know you're being disingenuous and just watching them sit up here and take these jabs and the passive aggressive. And that was the point that I made when I responded. I was like, man, look, if you're gonna hot side, like at least just be upfront. Don't do the passive aggressive shit. Like just like be angry, be mad. Like what is passive aggressive shit he's doing in that fucking article? But yeah, like I didn't know much about him, but now I for sure know he's a dick. Which I mean, his name's Rich Johnston. I mean, he's very close to basically being two
Right.
dicks, you know. Like, he's very
Nick
close.
Johnston, folks.
Yeah.
We gotta...
Watching like the fallout on Twitter unfold in real time was insane. Like Ripper
Right.
puts out his comic, nobody has a problem. Then it starts gaining money. All of a sudden, progressives on Twitter start dropping the N-bomb like we're at a Klan rally. I was like, holy shit.
I loved how they kept like moving the goalposts on you as well. It's like, oh, you'll never make it to 100K. It's like, oh, so you made it to 100K. So what? You'll never make it to half a million. And you get half a million. They're like, oh, okay. You'll never make it to a million though. And then you just kept going, and it's like they kept losing their minds over it.
The funniest one was the 10K guy, because it's like,
yeah.
this fucking asshole. Like, Eric literally had to point out to the man, it's been up for an hour, motherfucker.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Shit.
Man, these guys were latching on to it. It was funny, man. We got a little folder where we saved all of those. We've been having some fun. My team with those, because those idiots, like the idiot said, because I told him, I said, I'm gonna make millions of dollars. And this idiot said, like, no, it's not happening, doubtful. And now, like, we're about to make 3. And these motherfuckers are mad, man. They're fucking, and that's what I'm saying. Like, compared to the positions that I guess I've had, like, to me, this is the most tame, mild thing that I've ever done. You know what I mean? And for me to be having like getting N-bombs, I had the moment N-bombs thrown at me that fucking in this pocket of time. Me start a comic book company. Me just saying, hey guys, I'm not gonna beat you over the head with politics or anything. I'm just gonna, start a comic book company. That was basically it. And like,
The problem is you're a black man that gained success, but you don't toe the narrative. That's it.
Yeah.
If you came out there and said you were trans or something, they would have said this was a triumph.
True.
Yeah. It's funny how they're always on your side until you disagree with them, and then